Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the Bills, coming up next.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the AFC champion Buffalo Bills and the champions of the NFC, the Detroit Lions. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, it has been a long run to get here. 2 weeks of build-up, the media day, the radio interviews. It's all over now. Finally, it's time for football, and for these players, the long wait is almost over.
Well, I can promise you one thing, Mike. Every single one of these players and coaches in their mind right now is saying the exact same thing. Let's just kick the ball off already. We're tired of talking about the game. We're tired of meetings and practice. It's been a long 2 weeks for both of these clubs. They're ready to get this thing kicked off, and let's decide the outcome of who's going to be Super Bowl champs on the field. And I know you and we got the best seats in the house.
Tonight, from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, Super Bowl 60. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
Strap in, folks. We got a Super Bowl for the ages. It's the Bills Mafia versus the Detroit Army for a Lombardi. Both teams came in here 3 seeds. Both battled through a gauntlet full of killers, and both are 14-3 hungry and ready to eat. Let's talk about Detroit first, because this team, they're not just a feel-good story. They're a built-from-the-trenches nightmare. Then you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god himself, doing route art like Picasso wearing cleats. Don't even get me started on that thunder and lightning backfield. Sonic and Knuckles. Now on the other side, you got Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills trying to rewrite decades of heartbreak. And they're not afraid of the moment. It's a heavyweight fight. It's history on the line. And when that confetti falls, one of these long-suffering franchises is going to finally feel that sweet, sweet taste of Lombardi destiny.
After a long 2-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. 60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now 2nd and 3. Moore, the man in motion. Allen now looks to throw. And he's into the hands of Coleman downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Finds Gibbs on the check down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Throwing again is Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brock Wright taking it in. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
In motion, the tight end. Now Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Cook up the gut. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. A yard all they need, but it's third down. To the air, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Cook. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Goff now to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 10-7 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
back in possession of the football. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Quick toss by Goff is complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion goes the tight end. Goff now looks to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Again, Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create it.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Quick slant to Shakir. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And complete, right side to Cook. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Now Allen again. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have regained the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Here's the Bills' kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
The tight end in motion right. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw is Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw, Goff. Touchdown! From 6 yards away as they have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Now Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Moore, the motion man right. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking for the out route, and he's got Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Allen gonna throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second down and a yard. Allen. Shakir hauls it in. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Moore, the motion man. Allen to throw once more. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end. And now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. In motion, the tight end. Off play action. Here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Goff. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Moore, the man in motion. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
and there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Allen again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Moore, the motion man. Now Allen. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3rd and 2. Allen gonna throw. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook from 6 yards away. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. Gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Goff. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off play action. Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his 2nd touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Bills have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only one quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
You call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Goff. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Gibbs straight ahead. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. In motion left goes a tight end. Off play action. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Again, Goff. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. Back to throw, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
More the motion man. To the air, Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Again, it's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might...
And now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Coleman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A give, this is Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. Now Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here's 1st and goal. Allen. Touchdown! Dawson Knox. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 4. A minute 52 to play. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. And that's caught by Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now 2nd and 4. Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now it's the Bills' turn, trailing by a field goal. 80 seconds remaining. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. Throwing, Allen. That's complete. It's Cook.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That is caught by Shakir. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
To throw is Allen. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Goff. And that one too wide and incomplete. Now Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So the Lions now they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From the 50, it's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Tense moments in overtime of a Super Bowl. Remember, a touchdown doesn't yet clinch it as they come up on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Goff. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Gone. That is caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away. But it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First throw of overtime for Allen. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A field goal keeps this Super Bowl alive, but they'll have to do it before the end of the period as they work on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete here. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
A field goal on this drive would extend the game. A touchdown, of course, would win it. It's 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential.
And it's caught. Touchdown. They win the Super Bowl. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been.
What a moment. Commissioner Goodell handing the Lombardi Trophy to the Buffalo Bills, champions of Super Bowl 60. So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL.
We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Good night from Santa Clara, California.
What an unbelievable finish here in Santa Clara, California. An overtime shootout. It ends with the Buffalo Bills Mafia holding up the VLT, Frank.
Super Bowl champions for the first time in franchise history, 48-45 over the Detroit Lions. What a fantastic finish. What an incredible, electrifying game, John.
The kind of game you don't want to see end, Frank. Detroit played smart. They trusted their defense. What else could they do? They took the safe three, and for a second, a split second, it looked like Terry and Arnold was going to have a statue erected somewhere around the area of Barry Sanders and Joe Louis's fist into Motor City immortality.
Josh Allen on 4th down, game on the line, scramble, flick, touchdown, ball game. Danced on the edge of disaster all night and came out wearing the crown. Bills Mafia, you did it.
Got a feel for the Motor City. They were right there. Goff was lights out tonight. There could only be one winner, Frank.
Two fan bases that deserves a championship. One of the all-time great Super Bowls, John. No question.
We want to thank all of our subscribers. What an off-season it has been. And we certainly hope you enjoyed the season and the results. Of course, they're always controversial, but we certainly had a good time presenting it to you and look forward to seeing you again in the Maddenverse real soon. From myself, my partner Frank, Big Al, and the rest of our crew here at the Maddenverse, we bid you all adieu. So long, everybody. Until next time.